Irwin, we have 45 minutes. And it starts now.
Okay, I just want to get this outfit on here before I start talking in case I chase my horse away on me. Just neaten this up just a little bit. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot different than I have over the last few days, just because I like to treat today as a bit of a refinement day and not so much as a training day. So we're going to go here, walk around for a second. I'll try to get this mare to lunge just a wee bit. He's kind of watching these other obstacles here, but there's going to be quite a few obstacles in the course, so that doesn't really bother me much. And that, so I'd rather she kind of work it out right now, and we'll just send her around. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, because I got bigger things I need to worry about. There's a nice hind quarter heel. I'm going to go over here and try to get her saddle. As you saw before, sometimes she wasn't the nicest to try to saddle. She wasn't being bad, she just didn't really know what we were trying to do. So I'm just going to be a little pickier today. I won't make her be perfect or expect her to be perfect, but I would like her to stand pretty decent. If she goes to walk off, I'll try to stop her. There we go. Halfway there. Stand. Was to walk, I'll just move her back. She didn't walk, but she was about to. Again, this mare, if anyone was here for the first day, they saw that she really could buck pretty good with the saddle on. So for that reason, I'm gonna start trying to work that out a little bit more. Yesterday I was fairly picky and did let her buck. And I'm gonna do the same thing today. She wants to tighten up, I'll just lunge her easy and slow. Try to work out those kinks. I'm going to tighten up the saddle, maybe 1 or 2 notches tighter than I did before. I'm going to gradually still tighten it up, but I'm not going to spend maybe just quite as long going through each individual hole like I did before. So we'll get off here, try to get this mare to move out. There, she's thinking about bucking. I'll just pull her around, and then we'll start up again. Yield the hind in, take her on it the other way. There we go. So I'm just going to go until she looks fairly free, and then I'll just bring her in. See if we can't tighten this saddle up another notch or 2 just to make sure before I get on that it's not going to be a problem. So I'm just going to go forward here. I'd like to see if I get her up into a canter. Oops. I was in a position there, not her. That's pretty decent. Hind quarter heel. Whoa. Almost. Good. So I'm pleased with that. Check the saddle one more time. Stop. Pat, 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 pat. You still, even though we got a lot to do, you still got to take time. Stop and pet that horse for a minute. Get used to the whip. I've done this before. See if I can just touch on again to make sure it's right. On each side, and then across the front. So she can see it at both eyes. Hopefully not get too nervous. So, thank you. If anybody was here the other day and saw how she reacted the first time I cracked that, you know I was definitely improving. So now when I swing on, this mare never liked to stand still for much of anything, let alone getting on. So, I'll see if I'm any better than I was. See how she touched her nose with my toe? That was why every time before I got on, I read her back and forth, because I put the habit in of when I get on, I'm going to ask for a little bit of flexion. And even though I've been on here about 30 seconds, that's pretty darn soft if you ask me. And then I'll just walk off. Okay, you don't want to stay here. So every ride, I start slow. I just always start off at a walk because I want to begin every training session relaxed. If I feel my horse is a little bit uptight, if she's a little uptight, I'll take and try to walk out of it. And she's favoring this one. Give them a love. I'll also see if she kind of steps out of this. I don't know. We'll try. We're just making sure the mare's a little stiff, not actually sore. Okay. Get her one around here. Do a little slower. There's a reason we always rest it here. So every time we're up here, that's when she takes a little break, and then I don't have to make this a place where she's uncomfortable or nervous. You can make it a place where she relaxes and takes it easy. So once you've got one thing quiet, you can start messing around, see if you can't get two things. Let them have that little time to relax. See, she's got that nose to the toes thing, it's pretty good. Yes, first day she did too, but she did it because she's trying to bite me every time. Now she's kind of doing it with a little more of a pleasant attitude. That's pretty smooth. Maybe head over a pole or two if we can. That ain't that bad. That little noodle thing, I'm going to give it a little bit of a Hail Mary. If she'll just ride through it, I'm happy. But if she won't, I'll get off and do the proper groundwork. But it's just if such a thing as I can get lucky, I'll take it. But I doubt I'm that lucky.
And what are the odds now?
So you can sit there and sniff it. sniff it even closer.
A huge challenge for these young colts because it just kind of goes against their self-preservation instincts. They push through. You're gonna remove them first.
Yeah, we're gonna take one down at a time until we get to the proper amount. Let me help you. That's nice, but I kind of want to make sure I didn't just get lucky. So I walk away calmly, and then we start again. And I'll go maybe 3 times, 4 times, almost. We're going to crawl under them now. We're going to do the mumbar, where they call it, what's that thing? So I want to get her nose through the hole, and I'm going to hope her body follows her nose. That is one nice thing. Generally, when their nose runs one direction, the resting tends to go the same way. Go, no. Kind of lock her head just a little bit there. Okay, what we're going to do here is, because this is the other side, instead I'm going to go around and come back in the same side that I came in before. That way there, it's the same thing exactly. So I'm hoping this time it's just a little bit easier. Oh, honey. Go somewhere. Remember what I said about don't just get lucky? You can do this stuff one time, and I find that especially with trailer loading. My horse loaded once, he knows how to load. Until you need to actually go somewhere.
Gonna make herself a little bit smaller there.
Instead of getting into a tussle. Like that. Like that. We'll maybe do this once or twice more, just to make sure we got it. But I won't spend all day here. The nice thing about desensitizing work is once you get it done, it gets easier pretty quick. That first time or two can be pretty hard, but once you can get through that, usually you're in pretty good shape. So we're going to try to drag something here. Put this around here. See if we can't pull that tarp. And then we're going to swing this horse around, face the scary thing, and back the horse away so it sees this thing chasing it now. Then we'll stop and back away again. So off we go. Good, good, good. And I'm not going to worry too much more about that at the moment, just because it tolerated it enough that I'm pretty pleased. We'll move on here. We have to worry about tarps in this thing. Let's see if we can't get her over the tarp. Like that. Now let's pull this thing out just a little bit bigger. Let's see if we can't make this a shade scarier, but hopefully the prep work we've done It's made it where it isn't too scary. So that's pretty half decent, if you ask me anyways. Some of the things you can do too, once you've done this stuff on the ground, you can go ahead and do it in the saddle. Swing this around here. That's right, you eat the tarp while you get on. That will distract you. So head out. And you can do this standing still. Or you can do it walking, either way works. Sometimes it depends on your horse. Some are more comfortable while you're moving, and others are more comfortable while they're standing. Oh, no, I'll whack you on the nose. Go there. So, whichever way you choose to start is fine, but then do it in motion just a little bit. Take and throw that tarp around just a little. If you ever want a job as a stripper, you have to practice this exercise. Not that I'm hiring.
I don't have that kind of music to play there.
Well, I'll say not that I'm hiring, it depends what you're paying. That isn't that bad. So let's take her around on a little bit. And if you watch her jaw, she's relaxing pretty good. She isn't taking any of this too offensive. So what I might do now is try and yield her hind end a little bit. I'll bring that nose around, put her butt over. There goes her butt. There's a hind quarter yield, not a big one, but it was one. And a lot of this stuff, it really doesn't matter if it's big, small, or indifferent, as long as you got something, and you can build off that pretty quick. So this time, don't eat my foot. There. Not perfect, but it'll do. You take two, rub them between the ears a little bit. Sometimes that's one good for one that's a little head shy, which is Mary, I would say he is a little head shy. And then we're going to head out again. Again, she's a smart one, so she kind of figures something out and then quits just a little bit. And that, so I need to keep mixing things up. I think she's maybe a little stiff, being in the stall all night out there. So I'm just taking it and being pretty easy with her. There goes the butt. Butt's still going. Still going. Still going. That was one half behind quarter yield. That was 360. Take rub on her for that. So now, I might get my lariat. And we'll just head this way.
You see the connection that all three of these trainers have built with these colts in the few sessions they've had.
Let's head over here. How tricky can we be? Cool.
He is welcome to Jason as the trusted leader.
So we take, and this is why I was really stressing early on, I was avoiding fights. Because if you go get into a big fight with them, what happens is they resent you, they don't really trust you. If you can ignore some of the little piddly stuff, get on, pay attention to the steak, not the peas, don't get arguing over garbage, and you'll find they tend to get with you pretty good. So again, not half bad. Step this one back forward. That's pretty decent. See how she memorizes stuff so quick? I'm not asking for this turnaround stuff, but she just kind of has that in her head, so she really wants to do it now. So I'm a pretty poor roper. So I have to practice quite a bit with a horse to get used to a rope because I know I'm going to miss a lot. So there. And then maybe try to do it in motion just a little bit. I need to practice missing quite a bit.
I didn't look too bad.
Well, that's because I didn't have a target. If there was something there I was trying to catch, that would be another story.
First started out, I got to throw my rope at the ground and still miss.
Yeah, I kind of fit in the same category. When I was about 5 years old, everybody said, man, he can throw pretty good. Problem is, I never improved since I was 5. And that, so, as I got a little older, it kind of was like, oh yeah, he throws as good as he did when he was 5. Kind of took away the esteem. See if you can't bring this up again, seeing as she's not even looking at it. I think we maybe have that. Another thing, this mare was real touchy about things over her butt. And it caused her to buck a number of times. That's going to take here. And touch just a little bit until she moves. So the other day, she busted in two doing this part. And I'm not going to, again, drill on it a whole lot, but I'm just going to bump that and cause her to go forward. Almost. And take. Now, I'm going to get more tired of this horse jumping on and off like this. We'll head over here. See if we can't grab something else. See if we're not maybe on the right track or if we're on the wrong track. I'll just keep testing a number of things. Yesterday, I really made a point. I tried to treat yesterday afternoon like it was my final round. And what I mean by that is, I didn't really want to have to come out here and try to train a bunch of new things today. I wanted to show what I had done throughout the training. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to refine stuff a little bit today maybe, but you won't really see me do a heck of a lot as far as introduce new things. There might be the odd point and that, but I'll take what I've done and try to make it just a little bit better. So, there's lots of ways that you can get one to give it pressure. Something else you could do, you can back up obviously in the normal way where you just pick up on the reins and give a pull. There you go. So that was awkward, but that was one step. Do it again. There's one step. Now I'm going to see if I can possibly get this done using this neck rope instead of the rod marks. Pull. Keep pulling. And there's one step. So that time we didn't actually pull.
A lot of trainers will use that as the first step to riding bridleless eventually down the road. That's what actually.
Wink.
Doug Mills did that for his freestyle 1 year here when he won it, did everything right, and then he just pulled the halter off and low turned nicely all around that big arena with nothing on her head.
So that's all I have to do to win?
We get point beats.
I got the key secret potion.
It's going to be that close.
There. Well, not that last one, but close enough. So hit it again. And I'll try to do it maybe from the stop. There. So not that bad. Again, lots of sitting around, lots of rubbing, all this stuff. You see this morning again, I'm not spending a ton of time on any one thing. I'm just kind of touching on everything. And we're just taking it easy. We're not doing anything too scandalous. Oh, I don't need to go to the bridge. If you want a bridge road course, I think we have this down. But you're just making a point of showing off one thing. We're trying to do something else. So see if we can. Mix it up just a shade. And start that again. Now we're going to fall off the bridge, I think, in a second. This neck rope is just a shade too short. There we go. You can get that down there. So just ride around. Bring that inside rein just a little shorter. No, we're not going to the bridge. And we'll head it again. I think we have that part. There's a scary tarp. Turn that way. We're just going to get a little forward motion, try to get rolling here. And again, I'm just going to take this lesson pretty slow and easy. And just let her feel that neck rope a little bit. See if she can't understand that that pull does need turn. So that was pretty decent. It's a little bit awkward in the beginning trying to do this because they get just a little stuck. But all you have to do is stay really quiet, stay consistent. Chances are you'll get it before too long. So here, I'll try it again. I'll turn this way. So that time I don't think I was using the Hackmore rein at all. I wasn't 100% sure. So we go again. We'll try going this way. I'll just help her a little bit. Now we'll use the rod reins for this part. They're not pulling on her face. We're just letting her roll. Now I'm going to try to stop. Here. Yeah, I did say stop, that is true. But I didn't say whoa, that was kind of the difference. Go head it the other way. See if we can't head it again. See if we can't step up into a bowl. Put that hand down, this is out. They learn to be relaxed and low just because you're not pulling on them. And I notice a lot of people say my horse tends to hump up a little bit, and usually it's because that person, every time the horse goes fast, they pull on their face, which causes that energy to lift up instead of go forward. And that. So, I just keep moseying along. She says, if I can't find the bridge, I can surely find the tarp. And up we go again. Just going to experiment, maybe just a little bit. As well, we'll see where we're at. It might be good, it might be bad. The snap would have been a lot easier if it was just a shade bigger. We'll take that off. And we'll see if we can take this off. So, this kind of fits on the do not try this at home thing.
Now
on
what do you
TV.
do here?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Any chance you can get her to the bridge? Anything out of there?
I just... Off we go. Well, I'd have to let her stop now, because she wouldn't be... She hasn't been working on for days. Off we go. No, we don't need to live on this bridge.
Beautiful. Cool.
And sometimes, this giving them this freedom, they might act up a little bit. But a lot of times also what they'll do is understand that they can be calm when you're not holding everything together. And I notice a lot of people tend to micromanage their horses. They tend to really micromanage, and then they get horses that can't do anything unless somebody's pulling on them the entire time. And I don't really like those types of horses.
15 minutes left, Jason. 15 minutes. Your shank is dragging a little bit underneath it.
Well,
There you go.
I guess we'll find a way around that one.
Might step on it and jerk it out of your hand would be the worst thing that would happen.
Yep. I think I found a spot. That's pretty easy.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it again. So, and again, I mentioned this yesterday, I don't want to just keep repeating myself, but I said, a couple people say you rushed along to get on. No, I didn't. I rushed to get this horse quiet. That's what I was trying to do. So, there's a difference. I find a lot of times someone will say, oh, I'm going to go slow, I'm going to go slow, I'm going to go slow. How old's your horse? He's 17, he's just a baby. And then it's a real surprise the horse doesn't do much of anything right. Well, why is it? Because you never asked for anything. And it's surprising sometimes with these horses, if you figure out the right way to present things to them, they can do some pretty neat things in a pretty relatively short period of time. If you diddle around on a problem forever, it's surprising how long it takes. So I really work at relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Another point about all this relaxing stuff is, later on when you go to train them, if your horse is comfortable with you on their back, the moment you get on, you can start training them. If they're uptight and nervous, you have to walk them down for 10, 20, 30 minutes before they have enough gas burned off before they'll even listen to you. So which is easier on the horse? Quieter they are, they get on, okay, what's today's lesson? Bang, 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 got all the points done, and go home. Physically, that's pretty easy on them. Horse comes out bouncing around, does all this stuff. You have to ride them down so much. How are those scores? Okay, you didn't even smile. That's kind of making me a little nervous. So I'll just take, if I can get out of this corner here.
You might actually put one caveat on here saying, you don't try this at home if you're not really experienced.
So, and off we go again. Oh, get your nose out of there. And a lot of times, actually, what I'll do at home, if we have a horse come in that's all tight and nervous and has been pulled on his whole life, I don't get on like this, to be quite honest with you. Maybe we can find a brief somewhere, though. And we'll go and I'll put a halter on the horse, and as long as I don't feel it's going to throw me off, I'll get on the horse with just the halter, give him his head, and I let that horse run around, do whatever he wants to do. And by doing that, first the horse will run off 100 miles an hour, to be honest with you. So you have to be half decent rider to try this trick. But if you can get that done, well, he won't for a moment. But if you let them actually move out, a lot of times they'll scramble, and then after a minute or so, you'll suddenly notice that they start to let down a little bit and stuff like that. And then they kind of turn their mind back on. But it's a lot of times because they've been asked too much, they've been pulled on too much. So if you give them this freedom, sometimes early on you don't want to do it maybe on the first ride because you don't want to get thrown off, but you have no control. But on the other hand, in theory, if you do this, they'll understand that when they go forward, they can still be relaxed going forward. This is how we rush them in Ontario. We're considered a slow bunch of developers. this is working a heck of a lot on the horse because they're getting quieter, they're getting calmer, and a lot of the other stuff just comes with it. So the relaxation part is important. That's why I get on and I walk trot low. I want them comfortable with me at all gates. I find sometimes you get a horse and the person says, I always go slow because I don't want him to spook. What happens is, at some point in every colt training, he is going to spook whether you want that to happen or not. If he spooks and he's never cantered before, now he spooked, jumped, cantered for the first time all in one shot. You have quite the problem on your hands. On the other hand, if you had that horse canter right away, he might spook. But, having said that, see, this fellow is kind of touchy about her face. Let's see if I can get her to drop. As she eats my belt. Good enough. I'm not going to get too privileged. So take now, and I don't know that I have to do a heck of a lot more as far as actual training goes. But, because really, to be quite honest, I think this mare has sort of given me everything I want and probably then some. So I don't want to start drilling and riding on her or anything like that. I'm going to keep this lesson pretty low key. I need to save this horse for the competition. And actually that's why I picked a horse that I figured I wanted a bigger horse and I wanted one that had some spunk and some life to it. Because sometimes you'll get a small one that's really quiet. Well, even if they are quiet, you get a smaller horse, sometimes they'll wear out before the final day. So you have to really manage them. And you have to manage one this size too, but they maybe have a little more gas in the tank, so that's why I kind of preferred some mare look like this. Also, I wanted one that they told me at the back that she would give you a little bit of a challenge, and I wanted something that wasn't just going to walk in here and look like it was trained before I got here. So, I'm going to put that other. So I'm just going to head off here. I did have another one around here somewhere, but I can probably get the job done with this one. That doesn't matter. So I'm going to take, and I did yield the hindquarters a little bit earlier. I would like to see just a little bit if I could get the start of a side pass. So what I'm going to do here is bring her head a little towards me and touch her on the butt and swing the butt away. Then I'm going to touch her on the butt and swing the butt away. And I'll do this just a couple times. And then when she's doing a good job, I'll leave. I'm going to touch her on the butt and swing the butt away. There you go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to touch her butt as there's a side pass. So I'll bring her head into me just a little bit, kind of hustle the butt, but keep the front end moving. So there, side pass, side pass. A little more. There. Good. So I'll just play with this for a minute. And the reason I'm not completely stopping is I'm kind of letting that forward momentum carry her through. There's a side pass. And it's only one step at a time, maybe. And I don't even care if they cross over with the back legs. I would like to see the front legs cross over. But in the royal scheme of things, if I can get one step pretty good, it ain't going to take me too long to get 20 steps. But that one is the important part. And we'll just, there she's over, there she's over, not really. And there she's over. So, not going to drill too much. I'll just walk around, give her a minute. Maybe we could find a comfortable place to rest, like a bridge, if there was one in the area.
5 minutes now, Jason, 5 minutes.
Okay. And we'll just, there. I did in front in that time, because we've only got 5 minutes left, so I have to do it both. So we'll go around here. I'll curve her into me just a little bit. Put this on. And there we've got a pretty decent side pass right there. And side pass. Marvelous. So if they learn to give the pressure, they don't need to be 20 years old before you try to get them to do something other than walk in a straight line. So we'll just mosey around here for a minute. Now while she's tired, this is an awful darn good opportunity to pick up her feet. We'll just tickle her foot a little bit. We'll hold it, and we'll put it down before she takes it away. If they're going to move, I just rub them until they stand still. Now her weight is just not quite where I'd like it. Maybe one, okay. Move around now. And then I'll take it away. Let it go before she's going to take it away. So she does this, I'll just hold till she pauses, and then I'll put it down before she bites me. Now this was the foot before, but she didn't really like it yet. And then we'll put it down. So, all this stuff, again, not a whole lot of new things, but it just kind of shows that maybe, even though you're from the eastern part of the country, you have half a brain. And that, I don't know if I can pull this off or not. These were clean jeans. Now she's got that turned around part pretty good. I should put this marinade in. So, and then we toodle around. And end your training sessions on a pretty light note. Don't go out there, jam, 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 and then quit. Oh, I think. I give up. Oh, let's see if we can slide that.
2 minutes, Jason, 2 minutes.
To be honest, these competitions, and I didn't realize until I went in them, they're pretty tiring. But at the end of the day, when some of the stuff goes right, they're pretty darn rewarding too. Because what will happen is, a horse show, I like show horses and I like competing and stuff like that, but I like these because there's no prep. I can't go out, work on this horse for 6 months and then see what I accomplished. You get to see every step of the way what I can get done, one way or another, good or bad. And I really like that type of thing, because I really like working with young horses. And I just like this type of experience. And I like seeing what you can do with something that's had nothing done with it. So, if you could all help me for a minute, we did this the other day. I would like to make sure she's pretty quiet just in case we do something right out here in the finals. So, if you can make my noise. You guys have been to Cowboy Church too long, I'm pretty quiet. I'm pretty noisy.
30 seconds, Jason, 30 seconds.